In this video, I'll be walking you guys through how to set up your DBT and DuckDB projects. DBT is your transformation tool and DuckDB is your local data warehouse. We would start by installing UV, which is a Python package manager. It makes it very easy to set up projects and manage multiple projects. Right, so you head over to the website and you check the installation. Then you select your OS, Windows or macOS, and you copy the installation code. Once you copy it, you head over to PowerShell and then you paste it inside and run it. And once that is done, it's going to install UV directly into your system. So mine was already installed earlier, which made it very fast. Now, once you install it, you can confirm if it has been installed by checking your UV version. So once you see a version there, you know that it's been installed and it's working perfectly. The next thing we are going to do is to install DuckDB. So you just head over to DuckDB website and you look for where it says install DuckDB or DuckDB installation, which is very simple. Once you open up the website, you can see for Windows or for macOS or Linux, and you select for whichever platform you're using. I have mine downloaded already, so I'll just go to my folders and search for it. And once yours is downloaded, you can go and extract the zip folder, and inside the zip folder you should locate the DuckDB exe file. So once you see the DuckDB file, you're going to move this folder from here. You're going to move the file from here into your local disk, your C directory or your local drive. And then in your local drive, you can create a new folder and name it tools, and create a folder named DuckDB, whatever you like to name it. Then you paste the DuckDB exe inside there. Now, once that is pasted inside there, you're going to open up your env, your environment variables, to set up your environment variables for DuckDB. And then you click on new, and here you're going to add the paths to this DuckDB exe. So you copy your paths and then you paste it inside there. I already have mine set up, so I won't be duplicating it. Once you put that, make sure you click on OK to register it, and then click OK and continue. Once you've set that up, just open up your PowerShell so that you can check if DuckDB is installed properly. And then once you type in DuckDB, you should see a similar response to what is on the screen here. So now we know DuckDB has been set and UV has been set. So the next thing we'd like to do is to start creating our projects. Now you can just open up any directory of your choice, but you can open it in PowerShell. Now I have mine in documents/DuckDB. You can open it in documents or anywhere else, and then inside there you can create a new directory for your project and give it a title. Once you're done with that, you can now enter into your new directory that you've created so that we can initialize our DBT project. Now you start by using UV to initialize a project. Then you put in UV init --python, then the Python version we want to use, which is 3.13. 3.13 is the version that is compatible with DBT and DuckDB. Then you can open up your code editor, and then you see your project has been initialized. Then next we are going to install the DBT. Next we are going to install DBT and DuckDB into our project. So we do UV add DBT DuckDB, which is the DuckDB extension for DBT, and then DuckDB package. So once that is installed, we'll continue. All our packages has been installed, so we want to set up a DBT project. Then you do UV run DBT init transform. This will set up your DBT project within that your project directory. So hopefully on yours you may not come across this, but if you do, just continue anyway. After that, you select DuckDB by entering 1, and then your DBT project is ready. Now, once you create your DBT projects, there should also be a configuration file that will be created alongside with it. We'll have to go and check to see if the file was created in your own system. So you open up your file manager and you go to your local disk. You go to users and go to users, then check for .dbt, and you should see a profiles.yaml file, and you should check for part that says transform. So this is your configuration for that project, and you can see everything has been set up. Then the next thing we are going to do is to test your DBT project to see if it was configured properly. So make sure you enter into your DBT projects folder, which is the transform folder that we created, and then you type in UV run DBT debug. This confirms that DBT and DuckDB has been set properly and they have been connected properly. You would see your DuckDB database in your project. Now, the next thing I want to do is just to launch the DuckDB UI so that you can make use of the notebook UI for DuckDB, which is mainly for testing and experimenting purposes. So enter into your projects directory, and from within our projects directory, you would run DuckDB UI. DuckDB-UI, and then click enter, and this should spin up the DuckDB UI in your browser. If you have any issue connecting to the localhost DuckDB, to DuckDB's localhost, you restart your system and put it on again, and hopefully that should solve the issue. So once the UI is loaded, the first thing you want to do is to attach your database. Now you click on this plus sign here, and you want to go and get your directory to your database, which is in your projects. So you head over to your projects directory, and you look for your .duckdb database, and you copy your path. You head over back and paste it inside, then remove the apostrophe at the ends. Then give it a name and then add it in. So just like that, you've added your database to your DuckDB warehouse, to your DuckDB UI, and you can select it here. And from here, you can be running SQL queries and analyzing your data using SQL. So that's it, guys.